All right, black-white tokens. Show me we can reach the 2-1 that I know you're capable of. I believe in you. I believe in the heart of the cards. Clap your hands if you believe. All right. Here we go. Ooh, lordy. That hand ain't gonna do much. This one's not particularly great either. I think I keep it because we've got a couple ones and a 2. Like, would scry most lands to the top here. I think plains is probably our best draw. Hero of Bladehold, not really what we're looking for. Swamp is acceptable. Swamp is acceptable. I probably need to jam the soldier first, so that if I draw another Pantheon, I draw another plains, I can play out the figure as a 2/2. Okay, we got it. Don't have to worry about this guy getting Is It Charmed, which I like. This is not a good hand for Smokestack, obviously. So another plane's off the top, and we could be hitting for a lot of damage next turn. And by a lot, I mean 6. That's not the most damage ever, but it's not insignificant. So I'm kind of not sad to see another planes. And it's not like if they bolt it, they're wrecking me, right? I mean, it sucks, but that he's dead, but we didn't have anything else to do with the mana. Also, Char is a card that could kill an Archangel of Thune. So, like, if they play, I don't know, Hedron Archive. Now we're taking 4 a turn, they're taking 2 a turn. That's not great. I mean, I can play the Smokestack. It doesn't mean I have to activate it. I'd probably just play it and make them sacrifice something. There's an argument to keeping up Disenchant. But I can just sacrifice the Smokestack to itself and just have this be like the world's worst edict ever. Because I kind of need the Archangel to stick. Like, the problem with Smokestack is you have to sacrifice first. So I may just actually not do anything with it. Good God. That is legitimately terrifying. And it does mean we're not doing anything with the Smokestack. Because I think we're just dead next turn. Now, stack these right. I put this one on first. So I can put the counter. No, I put this one on first. So I have to sacrifice first. I think I did that right. Yeah. So I can at least make them sacrifice something. I don't think Archangel's going to save me, because they'd likely just burn it down with the 2 goblins that are left over and then proceed to kill me with the Hell Rider. The good news is their deck seems relatively fair. I think with a semi-reasonable draw, we could do something against this. Maybe Smokestack is just as bad as everybody's been telling me it is. I haven't tried it on stream yet, but, well, we got a land. I mean, that's something. I think my only other 5 is the Revel Arc. It's like I'm not super concerned about this guy, but yeah, they just burn this guy down, swing with a token in this, and kind of get me. It's still good to practice trigger stacking this properly. Gonna let me block with it? Oh, no, you're not. You just wanted to get the trigger in first. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Like, get the extra 1 point of damage off of this. So technically they should have attacked with all of them and done 1 more point of damage to me as well. I think that leaves us basically stone dead, but let's look again. Let's look again. I don't think I have a targeted removal spell that can get that. So this one goes in first, so that we sack first. And I'll keep ramping it up. It doesn't particularly do much, but here we are. Now Faith's Fetter starts to get interesting. They probably sack the Hell Rider, but I can be down with that. I may have to just sacrifice the smokestack next turn so that we can not lose to our own smokestack, but won't be before they lose some stuff. Take one of my lands or something. That's funny. It has haste. Yeah, if you're landing this before you have the tokens, you're kind of messed up. It doesn't matter which way I stack them now because I'm not going to put any counters on it. No. Pearl Smokestack's got to go. Yep, and here we are, dead to a goblin token. All right, all right, all right. I had such high hopes for this deck, but we're just not doing. We're not doing enough. I think we're not doing broken things. This deck is trying to play exceptionally fair Magic with a recurring nightmare. Like when recurring nightmare is considered a fair strategy, something strange going on. I think I need to gamble a little bit and get balance in here and just cut something here, like maybe the Revel Arc. I think that's probably something we could pull off. Would almost, if this didn't come into play tapped, we could still run it because it's a swamp that can cast a Figure of Destiny, but the tapped aspect is what's hurting it. I really think the weird curve we took where we thought, you know, for a while, okay, we're doing all these different colors, just kind of messed us up. We might even be better off just trying to play Jeskai and cutting the black. Like, it's possible I got too wrapped up in recurring nightmare. I could believe that. I could certainly believe that. This Black-White Tokens is an archetype that's near and dear to my heart. For those who don't know, I played that in Standard many, many moons ago, and 'twas good. 'Twas good. We can keep this. I'll run this guy out naked because they didn't really show us any artifacts, which was an incentive to cut the disenchant, frankly. So we might want to consider that for next time. But I don't mind running a moot there. Meow. Dargon Lord. Hell of a card. Okay, Archangel gives us some hope. That's the only reason I'm attacking here. I think I'm actually going to play this out. Red and blue don't really have any ways to interact with it. We know we're going to play Elspeth next turn. Like, Elspeth into Archangel is a curve that starts to do something. I don't know why they're not attacking with the Lavamancer. That's a little scary. If you're going to pump it up, you just miss some damage. So Elspeth, make a token. Like, Elspeth's going to go to 1 next turn, right? That's not good. But the token does something. Because they just jump this and hit her. What if they jump that and swing with both? Well, I guess then I would just block the little dude. I feel like the Archangel gives me the potential to win this. Mainly because she's soaking 5 damage. Now, I don't want him to know how important this token is to me right now, so I'm going to send both before I do anything else. Like, there's no way that if there's an Archangel of Thune on the table, all of a sudden blocking a token with your Lavamancer starts to seem like a legitimate idea. If there's not, you just take the point of damage. So basically now we're in hope they don't have a removal spell for Archangel. The neat part is if they do, it's still coming back. Like, we could almost consider chumping this to keep Elspeth and then just bringing the Archangel back every turn. Like, it doesn't have trample, does it? Oh crap, it does have trample. Derp. Alright, we've learned a thing. I think I can still race him though. That Dragon Lord's absurd. But Recurring Nightmare is kind of busted. When an 8/8 flying trample pumper just isn't enough. Okay. I see what you did there. Do you need to hold this back to block, though? Wouldn't that be cute if you did? Like, I kind of feel like I can still send the team. Is that crazy? Like, what happens if I send the team? They block here, they block there. They're potentially taking lethal. And then I can just play the Figure of Destiny, Recurring Nightmare, get back the Archangel, potentially get back this. I think I've actually got an attack. Like, they're going to lose their Kavu and their Lavamancer potentially. This is lethal. You got to block. We can trade in a token for an Archangel and then trade in the Figure of Destiny for the hero. I think I'd rather have a 2/2 in play. This is what this deck was supposed to do. Even chump blocking with an Archangel of Thune against a creature with trample. Recurring Nightmare Hero Blade Hold so good you can't lose. Did I speak too soon? Well, they are going to make me discard all the cards in my hand. Okay. They're still dead to what I have. And we have a reason to believe that Disenchant could be good. Kind of don't want to cast Balance right now. Alright. So they showed me that Disenchant is something we're still interested in keeping, and that maybe Balance isn't. It's such a weird card. Like on this board state, it'd be terrible. We'd have to sack 2 lands, 2 creatures. They get to keep all the good artifacts. Sack lands, discard cards. Maybe I do need Balance on the draw, though, just as a potential Wrath. I don't hate it. We took the Rebel Arc out, so worrying about drawing that kind of wasn't a big deal. I like not having the Smokestack. I don't think Yawgmoth's Will is something we got time for. I understand it's a very powerful card late game, especially with so much cheap stuff. I'm starting to wonder about Bitter Blossom and if I have enough ways to gain life in this deck. We certainly want the Disenchant now. I think I'm going to keep it the same. Like, splashing for a Lightning Helix doesn't seem all that smart. I don't have legitimate answers to a Hell Rider. I can Mana Tithe it. A Phenomancer token it. Okay, this actually seems reasonable. Not beautiful, but reasonable. We've got an answer to a Mox if they have one early. So we can kind of slow them back down. And we've got Archangel, which they have shown us they will have trouble with. We need them not to blind flip their Delver. And they didn't. So it is Mon's Goblin Delver. The question is, do I just jam out a Relic Warder on 2? And I think the answer may be yes. With the idea that it's applying some pressure. The only card I really care about now is the Sword, and with Disenchant, we've got an answer for that. So, like, if they held a Mox and slam a Hell Rider, we're screwed anyway. But having a 2/2 in play at least prevents some damage and can attack next turn. Yeah, you got me. Is it going to be exactly the sequence I called? Why would you have that here? Oh, no, just an FTK. Okay. Trust me, that's not good. But it means that we can't not get our Snake token. Now, what happens if I just Wrath them? I don't think that's good, because I have to discard my entire hand. Like, if I wasn't sitting on this Archangel, I'd say that would be a good idea. But if I balance them, Wrath everything out, I get to keep... I mean, I do get to eat their hand, but it's just not good for me yet. Balance is a weird card. I don't think I'm supposed to do it there. Like, I don't want to leave them with 2 cards and me with nothing. I guess it starts to look more appealing if the Delver ever flips, but so far the Delver doesn't look like much of a threat. Well, it seems a better now. So I can balance, keep the Archangel and hope to hit a land, and they're going to keep the Siege Gang Commander and something, and still have a card in hand. I can also hold up Mana Tithe, but like this guy just wrecks me. And I think I have to balance here. Because I got to clear off these tokens and even up this board. Like, they can keep a FTK in that, but choose a card in your hand. Click done to discard the rest. Okay, we're going to keep the Archangel. Because I think that's my path to victory. It's not a great path, but it is a path. Okay. So depending on what their last card is, we could be in okay shape. If we'd had that Mana Tithe the turn sooner, that might have done something interesting. Removal spell would not be particularly good. That snake looks like more than a 1/1. If that's a normal-sized human next to it, then that snake has got to be more than a 1/1. Look at it. It's huge. Or is it just really close to the camera? Is that what we're seeing? The camera. I guess maybe that's a perspective piece, and the snake is really close, but it's really tiny, and the human's far away, but she's normal-sized. Or she's just a very diminutive human. Because, like, the snake behind her looks, like, legitimately scary, too. Yeah, those snakes are big. And she's wearing flip-flops. Which, I mean, is cool. You choose the footwear that works for you. I have been known to wear flip-flops as well. Because they flip and they flop. All right, we can kind of handle that. I mean, it's going to hurt. But we can kind of handle that. We're going to take a lot of damage, and I don't like it, but no lightning bolt. One time, no lightning bolt, and I draw a land. Okay, they had the lightning bolt. Well, that's not ideal, but we are top decking. I mean, that was the downside of keeping the Archangel. So my choice here is chump block and keep the Archangel in case we draw a land, or trade these off, or take infinite and then try to kill them next turn. I'm not sure where we go from here. It's probably not a happy place. But like, that's 2 damage on a stick. We're dead next turn. So we're looking at chomping it with the Mentor. God, if I'd kept that Disenchant instead, we're still good. And I even said the only card I care about is the sword. And yet, here we are, getting S-worded. It's even the sword I passed. Now, the likelihood of this person having been in our pod since this is league play is somewhat low, but There's our land, and we are dead. We did get to do our thing one time. I think the real decision there was to keep the disenchant or not. And I probably should have kept it. Koth. I was dead without the Koth, but that is a cool way to say I still had all D's. Yeah, sorry for the performance today, folks. Sometimes that is what happens when you play Magic. And I really think we got off course thinking we were going to be doing something big and broken and then ending up with a mediocre mid-range black-white tokens deck. That said, never give up, never surrender. We've got some play points on the line for the next match, so I'm going to jump back in. I feel bad. I just did my subscriber video that I send out to my Twitch subscribers and had a 3-0 with a really cool deck. And I'm like, cool, Cube's awesome. We can do fun things. And I trapped this. For the video that a few more people will see on Seems Good. It's like, blah. But that's all right. That's all right. We will jump into the next round, and I will see y'all there.